Welcome to SaNeter Studios. Don't get no better than on us. Consciousness info. SaNeter TV 7. You keep it hot 24/7. The Bible 102. SaNeter TV 2. Yeah.
You are now inside SaNeter Studios, the House of Consciousness production, Black News presentation. SaNeter.
Peace and Black Power family. Welcome to another SaNeter TV House of Consciousness production. You already know what it is. I'm here with Dr. Yasapa. Yes, he is a doctor, MD, MBA, all of that. He is also an author of several books. He is a powerful brother, and we're going to find out. We're going to get some good information. Probably some of the things y'all probably never heard of before. First off, I want to shout out my sister, Lady D. Thank you, my sister. I appreciate you for everything you have done, all the love and the support that you have showed the House of Consciousness. I can't wait to meet you. I got to do an interview with you. We got to do a powerful interview, sister. And I'm quite sure. And, you know, we only probably 10 minutes away from each other, if that, you know. So I'll be going across the Bronx all the time. Like I'm getting ready to head to the Bronx in a minute. As soon as this interview is over, I just don't run into you. But shout out to all the people in the building. Much love to you. All right. Who else is in here? Okay, that's good. It's early in the morning, top of the morning. So without any further ado, I want to bring on my brother and let you know who he is. In case y'all never heard of him, talk to the people, my brother, doctor. Let's go.
Okay, thanks so much, SaNeter. I should say Professor SaNeter, because if it wasn't for you, there would be no Black conscious movement. We wouldn't be here right now, none of us, right? So Professor SaNeter, I appreciate it. Now, who am I? I am an educator, entrepreneur. I am a medical doctor by training and a businessman, formerly trained in medicine and business, okay? So I hold an MD degree. I'm a general practitioner. I'm not practicing medicine. I left medicine alone to do this, to write Hebrew language books and to help my people get out of mental bondage the best way I know how, which is to free them, right? You see this book here, this Bible? Free them from the mental slavery that we've been put in through the use of this book, okay? And the book is not all bad. That's not what I'm saying. But in order for us to be able to prosper, we got to change our paradigm and come out of the mental slavery that we've been conditioned to be in. So, like I said, I'm an educator, entrepreneur. I've written a biochemistry book and several Hebrew language books, okay? And right now I'm teaching Hebrew language classes. Every Saturday morning I teach the curses course, okay? This is Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody gets to come in 4 free classes for free. Each class is life-changing, it's transformational. And what I do is I teach you etymology, I teach you grammar, right? And I teach you word morphology. So in Deuteronomy Chapter 28, verse 15 through 29, which is the first part of the class, right? I teach you every word. I break it down, the grammar, the etymology, every phrase, every sentence. I show you how it's constructed, okay? And then you know for yourself what's literally on the page. And then that way you're free from needing a pastor, right? A general, a preacher, anybody to teach you, because you can handle the documents on your own in the original language. So that's my goal, to free you so that you can then make decisions for yourself and not be bound to this mythology that we learn in the church and all of this other stuff that's got us stuck in the curses paradigm. So I'm all about commerce. Okay, and what I hope to show you today is that the Most High's laws, what they call the commandments, these are actually natural laws, and they all involve one aspect or another of property rights, and commerce. There's no morality in it. That's a Christian thing. That's a religious thing. Okay, so SaNeter has been right all the time when you say the Bible has been changed, right? I hear you talking like that, SaNeter. You're right, and I'm gonna prove it. Okay, I'm gonna prove it with my first verse. Can I get started, SaNeter?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother. Do what you do. This is your show. Get started, my brother.
Okay, so thank you. So let me I got to figure out how to do this, y'all. Let me pull this up.
Go back to the share again. You got it.
I'm gonna go to Jeremiah 8, verse 8 in the Bible Hub. Okay. Now, this is an excellent tool, and I will teach y'all how to use this. Can y'all see it? Or
not yet. Not yet. It ain't come up yet.
Okay. So let me cancel the share. Let me try to do it again. Y'all be patient with me, please, because I am new to this. Okay. It's my first time using this this app.
Yeah, so you did it before the show. You did it. There it is. I see it. It's coming up.
Okay.
There we go. You there.
Okay, so I'm going to show everybody that SaNeter has been right all along. This is Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 8. Okay, pay close attention. Now, this is the Bible Hub. The beautiful thing about this application is that it gives you many versions of the Bible, and then how that Bible translation team rendered every word in this verse. So right now we're going to deal with Jeremiah 8:8. Okay, now you could go to each Bible version's website and you can learn about everything, the philosophy behind the way they translate it. Okay, I teach this in my class. Okay, you get 4 classes for free. Now let's look at the first verse. Okay, this first translation, which is the New International Version. Everybody see that? So I'm going to begin reading. It says, "How can you say we are wise, for we have the what? The law of the Most High, when actually the lying pen of the scribes has handled it falsely." So what is this telling us? The scribes wrote down the law, right? And they wrote lies. Okay, but let's look at it in a way that's even more clear than that. Okay, let's look at the English Standard Version. "How can you say we are wise and the law of the Most High is with us, but behold, the lying pen of the scribes has made it into a lie?" Y'all see that? Okay, now let's go to the Berean Bible. Now here again we see the law, right? This is the law. So this is the commandments. Okay, this is the commandments, and I can show exactly where that lie is in the commandments if we have time to do it. So this is the King. Well, let's not go to the King James. Let me go down to one that's very, very clear. Okay. Let's go down to, okay, so let's look at the Amplified Bible. You see that, SaNeter? The Amplified Bible. Am I with y'all? Am I with y'all? Y'all with me? Okay, it says, "How can you say we are wise and the law of the Most High is with us?" Notice this. "And we are learned in its language and teachings." Okay. Then it says, "Behold, the truth is," see that? "The truth is that the lying pen of the scribes has made the law into a lie." Has made the law into a lie.
Brother, teach.
Okay, so SaNeter has been right. He's been right. So everybody who's said something opposite of that owe you an apology. Tell him to come on here and explain this.
There you go. Go ahead, brother. Yeah. See, now I got a real Bible scholar up in here that knows this work. Know how to read it, write it in Hebrew, all of that. Go ahead, brother. Teach.
Contemporary English Version. "You say we are wise because we have the teachings." This would be doctrines. and laws of the Most High, but I say that your teachers, that would be your pastors, your imams, whomever else, your generals, out of whatever type of religious organization you're in, your teachers have turned my words into lies. Okay? So now when you go back to the original source documents, they contain lies, right? They contain lies. So that means that every version that was written up off of that till now contains those same lies. And if I know this information, I never went to Bible college. I never had any type of theological training in my life. But I found this out. So I'm sure, since I know, I'm sure other people know too. I got to turn my air con on, y'all. Give me a second. Okay, so so if I know, other people know, and this is no secret, and I'm going to bring all of this out. Okay, I'm going to bring it all out. Okay, New International Standard Version. How can you say we are wise? The law of the Most High is with us, when in fact the deceitful pen of the scribe has made it into something that deceives. So that means every religious organization who's telling you that they have the right doctrine, right? Their doctrine is right. Everybody's saying they got the right doctrine. Well, okay, so no, that's not correct, right? Because why? The document has deception in it. Everybody see that?
Yep.
The document has deception in it. Therefore, the doctrines that they're teaching have deception. Our job is to find occurrences of Jeremiah 8:8 so that we can then remove them. Why? Because this document has been used to enslave us mentally and to hold us down. Okay, so in my opinion, and I never tell people what to think or what to do or what to believe. In my opinion, the word of the Most High is here, but since we lost our heritage, it has been taken away from us, but now it's being given back. Okay, and I want to show and demonstrate that it's being given back and how to make you powerful, how to make you wealthy and rich beyond anything that you've ever imagined, not by following some religion or some religious doctrine, because you will go absolutely nowhere. In fact, if we have time, I will show you that when man was created initially, he had no faculty of conscience. Okay? In other words,
hey, you got to go in on that.
He did not have the capacity.
Brother, not to cut you off, but is brothers and sisters out there asking, where are you reading from, so they can go and do the research? They want to know what you got up on the screen, where you're reading from.
Okay, so let me give orientation here. So this is Jeremiah. We're on the Bible Hub.
The Bible Hub,
so this is the Bible Hub. Y'all see that up there in the address box? Bible Hub.
Yeah, we see it.
In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 8, verse 8. Okay. So here we are. Okay, so I will show that man was initially created without the faculty of conscience. So what does that mean? That means that everything that man experienced was nothing but inexperienced. He was not, or we were not judgmental. In other words, we didn't say, well, this is right and that's wrong. Okay. There was no ethics code. That was a punishment from when, as a verse says, when our ancestors decided to do what they decided they were going to do. Now it's written up as though they ate the fruit, right? That's how it's written up. But that's when the faculty of conscience was imputed into the man, and now man is judgmental. And I had a question for you, SaNeter. What happens to people who are very judgmental? Is it true or not true that very judgmental people usually have bad health and are unhappy or failures in life? They usually die early. People who are always critical and complaining about other people.
Yeah.
And isn't it also true that when you learn the sciences, the real sciences, for example, the mind sciences, where they tell you, stop judging, be non-judgmental, just experience. without passing judgment as to good or bad.
That's
These
right.
type of people, see, that's a science. That's an ancient science. People who learn that and practice it have great health. They live long, happy lives. Now, when we look at religion, what does religion teach? Religion teaches you to judge. Religion, as a matter of fact, a lot of the Christian types, they're always talking about how to judge a matter correctly, how to use scripture to judge a matter correctly. Okay, now, from another point of view, we don't need to do that. Why? Because the Most High gave us his instructions. We don't need to judge a matter. That's New Testament stuff. In scripture, the Most High gives us the instructions, which are at their essence, natural law. And SaNeter, I want to say to you that this is where the symmetry between the ancient sciences and the Hebraic law or contract that the Most High gave to us, this is how they all fit together. So for example, our ancient ancestor Moses was trained in all of the knowledge of the Egyptians, right?
Mm-hmm.
He came out and he was given the law. Now in Egypt, if I'm correct, and other ancient nations, it was the elite who knew about natural law. They were the masters of natural law. So what I'm saying is this: natural law for the house of Yasharallah was supposed to be followed by contract by the entire nation. Every man, woman, and child was supposed to learn and follow natural law, okay? And it's no secret. However, what's different for us than the other nations is that it was just their elite. It was their scholars, and they kept that information to themselves, right? So the difference between us, and I'm going to show this, the difference between us and the other nations is that every man, woman, and child sought to learn natural law. So what is natural law? That's the next question, right? There's two types of natural law. There's the physical and there's the what? The mental, right? Physical and the mental. So the physical natural law would be things like gravity, right? Electricity, or what else? How does a plane fly, right? What's the physics behind a plane being able to fly? What's the physics behind a cell phone, right? So these are physical natural laws. We are supposed to be expert in the physics of how this world works. Why? Because it was the Most High who set this whole system up and made us, what's the best way? Well, for those people who may not know, he made us powers. So the connotative meaning of that today would be gods. Okay, he made us gods. So where's our godship? It's in our reticular activating system and our ability to learn about natural law and then create the reality that we want, but not only the reality, create the products and services, the technologies that we want through mastery of natural law. Are you with me, SaNeter?
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening. You teaching, brother. You teaching.
That's what all of this is about. Now, there's also something about natural law of consciousness, okay? The natural law of consciousness, the mind sciences, the mind-body connection, right? In other words, if I'm ill for whatever reason, or somebody else is ill, I can go into the forest. I can pick out which plants or herbs to give myself or to some other person, and then it would heal that person. Now, how is that? How did I know that? See what I'm saying? How did I know that? Well, there's a science behind that, right? There's a science behind that, but that's one aspect of natural law, intuition, which has been deified by the hybrid troglodyte nigger, okay? It's been deified by the hybrid troglodyte nigger, okay? So when we talk about the deification of the sciences, we get into areas where people like, what's that guy? What's that white guy's name? I think it's Jeff Maxwell, talks about astrology, right? And astrology being written into scripture. Now, a lot of that is true. We just saw Jeremiah 8:8, right? lot of it is true. However, it's such low level kind of stuff that it means absolutely nothing. Me as a scientist, knowing a little bit about the astronomical and physiological sciences that are allegedly written into the verses, it's interesting, but it's nothing significant in my opinion, right? It's nothing significant. So I don't see that as being a way to hide information because there's really almost nothing there. But that's me as a medical doctor and a scientist. But that's a whole other story. So what are some of the other psychological sciences, right? Human nature. I just did a video on my YouTube channel, Zion Law School. The video is marriage, right? Marriage. I just did a video, okay? Now, I'll tell you, this might be controversial for some women, okay? For some women. But a man will never, let me rephrase that. Some men will. It's unnatural for a man to treat his woman better than his wife, or to put his woman or his women, if you got, if you got multiple wives or whatever, the man is always going to treat his wife better. I'm sorry, his mother better. And if he doesn't, he's going to feel some discomfort and possibly some resentment, right? So it's only natural to want to treat your mother better than the women in your life, mother, a wife or girlfriend or whatever, okay? I talk about that in the video. Now, that's just a fact. Any woman who demands that a man treats her better than his woman, it's not going to be a good situation. Okay, so that's part of a natural law. What's another part of natural law? Self-defense. So how do we see this expressed? You see race soldiers going into a community, shooting and killing people in the community, and people in the community don't do anything but pull out a cell phone and start filming. See, that's a violation of natural law. How do we know? You let a cheetah go into a pack of lions and try to kill a pup and try to kill one of the young lions. See what that whole pride of lions does to that invader, to that cheetah. That cheetah won't stand a chance. But religion has taken the fight out of us and made men into cowards because of religion. Okay, particularly the
powerful right there, brother. Go ahead.
Yes. Men are afraid to die. Men are afraid to go to jail. Men are afraid to do anything in protection of their own families, even of themselves. See, this is unnatural, but it's because of religion, okay? And my whole objective at this point in my life is to free our people's mind from religion, okay? Religion and mythology. I want us all to be rich and wealthy and have extreme power and talent. This is what the blessings are. So let me introduce y'all to the blessings. Can I do that, SaNeter?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, thank you. So do I need to, I don't know if I need to, are y'all seeing Deuteronomy 28?
Yeah, well, you still got it up on the screen. No, you got Jeremiah. You got Jeremiah 8 and 8 still there.
Okay, so that means I got to stop the share. And okay, so every time I need to change. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go back and pull this up. Okay, so all right. So let's go to the contract, okay? So this is Deuteronomy 28. The contract or the covenant contract in scripture consists of the commandments, okay? The significant ones are the 10 commandments. I like to go from Exodus chapter 20, verse 1 through 17, but they occur other places. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, okay? And it's going to talk about the terms of the contract, okay? And it is a contract. See, a contract is not religion. A contract is business. This is business. Contracts are commerce, right? Exchange of value. Now, let's look at the blessings for obedience in Deuteronomy chapter 28. And this is the core chapter for the house of Yasharallah, or for everybody. If you want to know who you are, You'll find it here in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Now, there are a lot of people who talk about going to other sources. Okay, that's not something that I promote, because the Most High says that the signs and the markings on how to identify Yasharala are here in this book. Okay, so let's look at, and so now I'm going to read through them, okay, because a lot of people may not know this. Okay, so Deuteronomy chapter 28, I'll begin at verse 1 and I'll go through verse 14. If you fully obey the Most High your power and carefully follow all his commands I give you today. Now, what does that mean? Let's look at the meaning of carefully, okay? Carefully. All right. So carefully means, if y'all can see my screen, it means what? In a way that deliberately avoids harm, cautiously. Everybody see that? Deliberately avoids harm, cautiously. So if you fully obey the voice of the Most High, your power, and what? And do it in such a way that deliberately avoids harm or errors cautiously. See, it doesn't say be perfect. So this whole idea, and I'm going to show it more clearly further down, this whole idea that nobody can keep the commandments because nobody's perfect, the Most High does not expect us to be perfect. He only expects us to do what? Do our best to do it. And if you don't know, act on the conservative side, because all he's asking us to do is follow natural law. So in other words, if you're at the cliff, don't jump down because gravity's going to kill you. That's basically what he's saying. Learn the natural laws. He created the universe and all the laws that govern them, physical and psychological. Learn them and follow them. Now I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all that the essence of the commandments is nothing but natural law. Okay. So
do
now
y'all hear the difference in this brother teaching and that all the others? Hear the difference in these teachings, man. Smooth. People could go with this. People could get along with this, man. Go ahead, brother. Keep it going.
Thank you. Now we look at the meaning of today. Okay, the meaning of today as a noun. Okay, it says on or in the course of this what? Present day. That's now, right? That's now. So similar would be synonyms. There's none there. Now the next meaning of a noun, it says this present day. Today is a day of rest. They changed the definitions, y'all. Hold on. I'm not seeing what I'm used to seeing. They don't have, okay, let's look at this. Okay, so it says on this day, at the present day, let's go into Miriam. Okay, so at this present time, on this day, now if we were to have a better definition, it would say, well, let's look at synonyms. It would say before tomorrow, right? It would say before tomorrow or now, okay, as the definition for today. So let's go back, but it did say present day. So everybody sees we're talking about the present. Present time is now, okay? Past is done and over. Future does not exist. So who was the Most High talking with at this time? This was Moses. So this is a timestamp. Today, everything that the Most High told Moses to tell to the people is what we have to live by. These are the instructions that we need to follow that will give us salvation, as they say in religion, okay? It will give us salvation, but I like to say redemption or redeemed because that's more of a legal term. We get redeemed when we follow the instructions that were given to Moses. There is a timestamp here. So it's not what was said to Adam. It's not what was said to Enoch. It's not a covenant with Abraham. It is not a new covenant. And I can prove that. Well, this should be proof enough, right? But I'll go through it. This says today, and it was what was given to Moses. So let's continue. We're here. The Most High, your power will set you high above all nations on the earth. High above all nations on the earth. Okay. high above all nations on the earth. That would be our what? Our social status, our political status, and our financial status. And we're going to get into that as we go through the verses. 2, all these blessings will come on you and accompany you if you obey the Most High, your power. So the issue is right now is, what does blessings mean? Okay, what does blessings mean? Let's go into the interlinear. Okay, let's go into the interlinear. Hold on, so I got to stop the share because I have to switch pages. Hold on. Okay. Give me one moment. Stop screen. Okay. Share. One moment. Okay, so let's go into the interlinear. Interlinear shows you Hebraic meanings with modern Hebrew script and Strong's numbers. Strong's is a dictionary. So what I would like to say before, I just got a thought before I go into this, I want to make an interlinear using our original language. The writing system is called the Phoenician Hebrew writing system. We use the Paleo script. The language is called Ibaryath. Okay, so this is the ancient Ibaryath. This is what our ancestors spoke and wrote. So I want to do this whole thing in our language and get rid of this modern Hebrew stuff. Okay, and then we can have it in the ancient expression and paradigm way of thinking of our ancestors. Okay, so now let's get back into it. Blessings. Well, let me find blessings. Oh, let me orient you first. So this top line here, this is the Strong's number. Okay, a lexicon. This is Strong's lexicon. So if you look this word up, if you look this number up in the Strong's lexicon, lexicon is only a dictionary. It is only a dictionary. If I put the mouse right here, it gives you the meanings, the Hebraic meanings of the word. Okay. Gives you the Hebraic meanings of the word. This next line is just the modern Hebrew pronunciation. This line right here is the Hebraic word written in modern Hebrew script. It's not ours. Now, some people say the prophet, I think it's Ezra, introduced this sometime either, but I don't really buy that. Okay, I would much rather go with our ancient ancestors like Moses, what they spoke, and then later on how they wrote. Now this highlighted part, this is the verse, okay? Now below here where the highlight is, that is called the translation or rendering. Okay, so what's significant about this? This is where we find between here, between this highlighted portion here and here, if you know the rules and concepts involved with constructing these meanings, here is where you will find your Jeremiah 8:8 occurrences. If you understand this, of course, you need to understand other information, but I call this the gap. Now, the translator can put anything he wants here. Okay, in this line, he can put whatever he wants here. He can be faithful to the Hebraic meaning, or he can put an outright lie. It's our responsibility as a house of Yasharala to identify these and correct it. Okay, now here, you'll find the grammar. Okay, this right here is the grammar. Okay, so now I'm looking for the word blessings. I'm looking for the word blessings. Let me go back to the verse so I can read it. Okay, all these blessings will come. Okay, so let me go back. All right. Okay, here we go. So y'all see the English word blessing here? Oops. Y'all see it where the cursor is? Okay, so this is Strong's number 1293. Okay, now this little E right here, that's another lexicon. Okay, if you click on that, that's another lexicon. Lexicon is only dictionary. Okay, so now let's look at the Strong's number. Look inside of that box. It says 1, blessing. 2, source of blessing. 3, blessing, prosperity, blessing, praise. 5a, gift, present, treaty of peace. Treaty of peace. Here's the important information that you need to know. The house of Yasharala, our paradigm The way our ancestors saw the world was through a concrete lens. What does that mean? It means that the way we saw the world and the way we interacted in the world was through our physical senses. See, your hearing, your sight, your smell, taste, and touch. Okay, this is what's called, by definition, reality. Reality. Now, for everyone who went through some form of schooling, you know that there's something called concepts and abstracts, right? Concepts and abstracts are things you experience only in your head, only in your head. Also, what? Emotions. You experience them in your head. Of course, you experience them inside through your body too. But the emotion of, let's say, for fear, right? Worry, sorrow, happiness, these are things that we feel inside. So these would be abstracts, okay? So of course we have the capacity for abstract, but the way we interacted in the world and the way we perceive the world was through our senses. This is by definition reality. People who deal with the world based upon abstracts, they are out of reality by definition. I want everybody to always remember that. Always remember that. This Greek paradigm of dealing with abstracts, so philosophies, theories, all of these are abstracts. Those are outside of reality, okay? So if you can appreciate what I'm saying to you right now, this is a very, very powerful concept if you can get a hold of it and use it. Okay, so what would be the concrete things? Now, in the course, I teach what I call a litmus test. I teach you how to identify what is concrete and what is abstract. See, we can remove what's abstract from the meanings. What's left over are the concretes, and then as a Bible translator, we can determine which of those concrete terms we want to use according to our personal preference. We want to use as the rendering, okay? And once you know the concepts of how these meanings are constructed, you are not stuck to only using what they put. You can come up with your own, right? You can come up with your own. You just have to be faithful. Hopefully you'll be faithful to the process, okay? So what do we see that's concrete? We see a gift. See, a gift, right? Let's say it's a plot of land. Okay, I can see that. I can touch it, right? A present. Let's say the present is a whole big pot of gold, okay? Or a big mansion, right? Or a jet plane or a fleet of jet planes. You can see those you can experience, right? With your senses. And notice this, treaty of peace. Treaty of peace. Now the Moorish brothers, the Moorish communities would respect that. They know what a treaty of peace is. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. The point I want to show is that when we talk about blessings, we're not talking about emotions and some special relationship with the Most High. We're talking about hardcore, tangible things like land, property, gold, silver, commerce. That's what we're talking about. I just wanted to show you this so that when we go through this, you see that I'm not talking pie in the sky, okay? So let's go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28. We're gonna start at verse 3. It says, you will be blessed in the city and blessed in the country. So what does that mean? That means you're gonna get tangible gifts, land, property, whatever it is that your heart desires, whether you're in the city or whether you're in the country. That means whether you're coming and going, you're gonna receive gifts, right? That's what that's talking about, tangibles, tangibles. 4, the fruit of the womb will be blessed. In other words, when your woman has a child, that child will live. Not only will it live, but its DNA will be perfect. The child is going to come out healthy, perfect, right? The fruit of the womb and the crops of the land and the young of your livestock, the calves of your herds and the lambs of your flocks. See, all of these are going to be perfect, okay? No abortions, no more birth defects, no more none of that, okay? Most High is going to make sure that everything is good. Now we're talking tangibles, right? So those people who may have had the unfortunate experience of losing a child, miscarriage, or the child coming out with an abnormality, or due to some other reason, some medical treatment, you know, down the line, the child's health is compromised. See, we won't have to deal with that anymore. Okay, so this is real. This is very real. Notice number 5, your basket and your kneading throw will be blessed. That's your commerce, right? That's your personal business will be prosperous. Okay, it will be prosperous. But what does all of this have in common? We have to do something. The Most High is just not saying, okay, sit there and I'm gonna do all of this stuff for you. No, you got to get up and get going, take action, move, change the paradigm, start working, right? But not only start working, but start working with the frame of mind where you are working to get extreme wealth, money consciousness, power consciousness, right? The desire to have influence and control, not only over your own life, but over your surroundings and the other nations. We're talking about rulership, right? Rulership. So we have to completely shift our mindset off of the curses. Everybody knows what the curses are. And as we will get into the conversation later on, what you focus on is what you experience in your life. So if you're focused on curses, you're going to be cursed. Okay, that's just a fact. The thoughts produce behavior. Behavior produces habitual behavior and habitual thoughts. Okay.
Excuse me, brother.
So, yes.
Can you read the question on the screen for me, please?
Hold on. I got to go back.
It's on the screen. Look right on the screen.
What year was the Old Testament written in its original form, and who created the Hebrew language? I have no idea what these were oral writings. Initially, they were oral. I'm sorry, not writings. These records were given orally, and over time they were written. So if I were to tell you, for example, most Bibles, if you get a Bible, most Bible will give you a date.
Go ahead, brother.
When the document was written. But I don't believe it. Why would I believe something that I know there's no way for them to tell? And in order for me to believe that, I've got to trust their dating methodologies. And me as a scientist, I don't, right? I don't trust it. Okay. So what I do is I make my best judgment. Okay. So in fact, the whole timeline about how Western time has been calculated is questionable. So, and besides these things, they really don't matter. I mean, these are things that people can debate. This is like intrigue and things, you know, for fun. But I don't spend time with dates and stuff like that. Is that okay? I hope I'm not being dismissive.
No, he agree with you. The brother, you see his comment is right up there. He agree with you.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. So let me go back. So y'all, let's treat this like a academic experience, like a graduate level experience, okay? And ask questions that have meaning. But there's no such thing as a bad question, okay? But make sure when you ask a question that it's a meaningful question that's going to contribute to the discussion. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, so verse 6 here, it says, you will be blessed when you come in and blessed when you go out. Okay, so that means you're always going to be winning, right? You're going to win. You're always going to win. Okay, 7, the Most High will grant that the enemies who rise up against you will be defeated for you. So you're going to have some haters. We're going to have haters, of course, right? Because they're going to look at us and see everything that we got, and they're going to want to take it, right? It's just the way people are. They will come at you from one direction, but flee from you in 7. Verse 8, the Most High will send a blessing. In other words, he's going to send material gifts on your barns and on everything you put your hand to. See, everything you put your hand to, that means your work, your effort, not only with your hands, but what? With your brain. So we can look at our ancestors who developed technologies, not because they were in the lab using equipment, complicated, expensive, high-tech lab equipment. No, it was through what? It was through their melanin, right? That amazing antenna that connects you to the universe. Now, when I say universe, I mean all intelligence, okay? All intelligence, because remember, we're talking natural law. And you get the download. You get the download, okay? So this stuff is real. It's real. Next, they will, okay, so verse 8. The Most High will bless you in the land he has given you. So he's going to give you extreme wealth in the land that he's given you. We just have a few more verses, y'all. The Most High will establish you as what? His holy or set apart people. In other words, everybody's going to know that we have everything that we have because it's the Most High who's making us successful. And that's great, right? That's great. I mean, for example, if you work for a company and everybody knows that the CEO of the company, you're tight with him, right? And okay, so yeah, the CEO is going to make sure that you're good, right? This is the same thing with the Most High. Everybody's going to know. And because of that, they're going to be more willing to work with us, right? And then we have the prestige. Okay, so let's do it again. The Most High will establish you as his holy people as he promised you on oath, legal or lawful language. If you keep the commands of the Most High, your power, and walk in obedience to him. Again, this is not religion. This is telling us, and I'm going to show it, this is simply telling us, learn natural law and follow it. That's all it's saying. Okay, 10. Then all the people on earth will see that you are called by the name. Now, this is not a Hebraic concept. Name is a Greek concept. Name is what you apply to things like a horse, objects, a table, a chair, a pig, a cow. Okay. The Hebrew word, which we'll get to that, the Hebraic meaning of the word that's translated as name is actually reputation, appellation, mark of unique achievement. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, but we'll go through that later. Okay, so in other words, the Most High's reputation is going to be with us. Okay, not a name. A name doesn't mean anything, right? But it's that reputation. See, reputation is what? Your credit report, your financial statement, your FBI criminal record, right? Here's who you are and what you've done. This is how we know you, because the Most High is known through his powerful acts that he's done in history on behalf of his people. See, this is where the fear comes in, where the nations will be afraid of us, right? Because of the Most High's record, his financial statement, credit report, so on and so forth. All right. It says, and they will fear you. See, they will fear you because they know that history. The Most High will grant you abundant prosperity. Abundant prosperity. Now, let me ask y'all, if you heard your pastor, general, imam, rabbi, talking about abundant prosperity, most people would immediately turn negative and say, oh, he's a prosperity preacher, right? But the Most High is offering us abundant or extreme wealth. This is what it is. Either you want it or you don't. It's nothing about any special relationship. It ain't no going to heaven or anything like that. I'm going to prove it because when we get to verse 14, that's the last of the blessings. You will not see anything about any type of emotion here. The Most High is offering us only extreme material wealth. This is why I said we have to develop a money consciousness, a power consciousness, a desire to rule. Why? Because it's through that desire that's going to make us change our paradigm and start to pursue all of this material wealth and stop languishing in these curses. Okay. Now let's continue. It says, in the fruit of the womb of your young, your livestock, and the crops of your ground, in the land he swore to give your ancestors to give to you. So in other words, we're going to have everything we need to be self-sufficient and more. We're going to have an overabundance, enough to do commerce globally, right? We read that earlier. 12, the Most High will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to send rain on your land in season and to bless all the works of your hands. So we're not going to need any type of chemical or genetic engineering processes to grow our food. Everything will be good, just growing straight from the ground, healthy for us, and will prosper. No pesticides, such and such needed. You will lend money to many nations. Y'all hear that? You will lend money to many nations. In other words, we will be the central bank. Right now, we're the bums. We're beggars, right? I don't care how much money you got, you still have to go to somebody and ask for a loan if you want to do anything big, right? But in this case, the Most High want to make us the financial captains, the captains of industry. You will lend to many nations. You'll be the central bank, but you will borrow from none. So what do our Moorish brothers know and always talk about?
Unshare your screen right quick.
Yes.
Unshare your screen while you're talking.
Okay.
So that people can see you.
Okay, they always talk about being a creditor and a debtor, and how we need to stop being a debtor. Okay, so this, and they always tell you that these principles of commerce are ancient, and the brothers are right. It is right here in Scripture. Okay, it is right here in Scripture. Okay, so can y'all see me? Because I'm gonna.
Yeah, we see you.
Try to. Okay, so I'm gonna read through this and try to get through it. Okay. Okay, so verse 13, just 2 more to go. The Most High will make you the head, not the tail. The Most High will make us the head, not the tail. We are the captains of industry. We are the leaders in technology. We run distribution. We run the whole world, okay? The Most High will make you the head, not the tail. If you pay attention to the commands or the instructions that the Most High gave you this day. See, that's what he said to Moses, and carefully follow them. See, carefully, not perfectly, carefully, right? Carefully follow them. You will always be on top, never at the bottom. And what more can you ask for? The Most High said, you always going to be on the top and never at the bottom. 14, and the last one of the blessings. Do not turn aside from any of the commandments that I give you today. See, not what he told Adam, not what he told King David, not what he said to Isaiah or any other prophet or any other person. Specifically, timestamp what he gave Moses today. Okay? Don't turn to the right or to the left, following other powers or serving them. Now, why is this such a big deal? Why is this following other powers such a big deal? Okay, why? This was the stumbling block between our ancestors, right? That's what did us in. Here's why. Because the Most High created the physical universe with laws that govern everything. Then he put in our head a physical structure in our brain called the reticular activating system. Through that reticular activating system, you can literally manifest whatever it is you want in life. You can learn the natural laws. In other words, learn the system, the laws that govern the system or the universe that the Most High set up, and use it to get everything you want out of life. Okay? But when people go worshiping these deities, they turn to something that's a hybrid, right? The Most High didn't even create it. It's a hybrid. And then they start running after that, begging that deity, praying for that deity to give them something. Okay, so that's crazy, right? But that's the way it is. Okay, so the Most High is just telling you, hey, use what I put in place for you because you are a power. You are a quote unquote a God. Okay, don't go to some deity begging them for something because you're going to go off, right? It's not going to work out well for you in the end. Okay, you're going against natural law. Period. If you jump off a bridge, you always go down. That's all that's about. Okay. So now we're at the curses. How are we doing for time, SaNeter? Are we good?
Say that again.
Are we good with the time?
Yes, we're good.
Am I good? I can keep
you good.
going.
You good, brother.
Okay.
Read that
Okay.
question for me right quick. Read that question on the screen.
Define the
Answer
Most
that
High,
right quick.
who and what. Okay. That's a great question. The Most High is energy, right? So what is energy? Everything is energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. Energy is what? Intelligence. Okay. So when we talk about the Most High, you're actually, let me try to put the Most High in terms of power and intelligence is here. He's always approaching everything at a downward angle. Okay. So when he approaches you, it's at a downward angle. There's no power or intelligence greater than the Most High. He is not a physical person. Okay. He is not a physical person. Okay. We're talking about energy and power. Actually, when we look at our physical bodies, we look like physical beings, right? But we are mostly what? We're mostly empty space. All matter is mostly empty space. We are condensations of energy, condensations of energy. Okay. That energy is consciousness. So when we talk about the Most High, we're talking about the creative power who created what is natural. Okay. Now there are creators, there are deities. Okay. These would be the giants. Okay. Who are involved in genetically engineering, and the Moors have preserved this history, genetically engineering hybrids, the hybrid troglodyte nigger. Okay. But that's something different, right? This would be people who are classified as white. Okay. The hybrid European troglodyte nigger. And it's important for us to have a distinction between that. Okay. But there are also melanated people who are hybrid. These would be offsprings of what? The angels, when they had sex relations with the natural women, right? They produce offspring. So they would have been melanated people. They're hybrid, right? But the hybrid European, they come in two ways. Okay. These are condensations of energy, right? They come in two ways. They come in that form that's the troglodyte nigger, the egg of a Moabite woman, and the sperm of the troglodyte nigger chimpanzee. That's the black one, right? And all the genetic engineering that went on with that. That's one breed, okay? That's one breed, and you got that. But then there's another breed that also has that angelic DNA in it, okay? And so these are more of the vicious type. Okay, these are more of the vicious type. So there's two types. So the Most High is this energy, okay? Irresistible, powerful energy. Does that answer your question? Okay, all right. So then I want to show my
Screen,
my
go ahead.
YouTube page before I go.
Yes, go ahead. Share it. Share it. Let the people see it.
Let's see. All right. Okay. So I want to invite everybody to subscribe to my YouTube page. I'm just now getting this page started. I got a lot of content on here that's private, but if y'all start to subscribe, I'll make a lot of that content public. You'll be able to see a lot of what I teach and how I teach it. The methodology is phenomenal, and I'm not just blowing my own horn, but everybody says that. So I would like to invite everybody to subscribe. If you wouldn't mind, subscribe now. And I
go on over there and get this knowledge, y'all. You see the brother got scholarship. He teaching. Let him see your channel, the name of it and all that. We're going to put it up.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Zion Law School. That's me. I'm gonna make a lot of videos public. I got a lot of content. I'm gonna make it public, but I've been keeping it private. But I'm gonna make it public, okay? And y'all can come on here and learn the techniques that I use. And it's just gonna be, you're gonna learn a tremendous amount, okay? But I also want you to come to class, right? I want you to come to class on Saturdays at 9 a.m. Okay, Eastern Standard Time. And if enough people are showing interest, I will do a class on any day of the week at a different time. So if you look in here, this is the marriage video. So this link right here allows you to register. So let me click on that, and then I'll get back to the lesson. 5772. Let me turn that on. So that's the registration form, y'all. Y'all click on this link. Okay, this is the registration form, and you go down here and then fill that stuff in, and then you're good. Okay. Now, also in here, I have a recommended book list. Okay. Now y'all can go on my website. I'll show that to you. But this is a recommended original biblical Hebrew book list. I'm the author of these books, and I ask that you buy them on my website, right? But this first one you can buy on Amazon. Okay. This first one you can buy on Amazon. This internet, but the other ones or anything else, buy on my website, because Amazon takes too much money. But this book, I don't have a choice. You can buy that on Amazon. Okay. So let me just show my website real fast, and then I get back to the lesson. Okay.
Is it zionlawschool.org?
Yeah, zionlawschool.org.
Yeah, we got it up on the big screen. Come on, we don't play. My moderators don't play, brother.
Oh, okay, cool. I appreciate that, y'all. Y'all going over there, and
this is the best moderators, man, that's on YouTube, brother. You need to know that. These are the best moderators on YouTube, brother. We don't play.
I appreciate that. Y'all going over there to the products, to the e-commerce store under the products, and then also the courses, and support what I'm doing. I'm not asking for a donation, but if you like to, go ahead. But purchase some books, right? Purchase some books, because it costs money for me to do what I do. And it really helps a lot when I'm able to sell books and get scholars enrolled into the courses. Okay, it helps me do what I do. All right, I appreciate that. So let's go back to the lesson.
All right.
Now let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 29, and I want to bring some things to y'all attention. Okay. I want to bring, so let me pull that back up. Almost there. So here we go. Here we go. Okay, so can y'all see Deuteronomy 29?
Yes, we see it.
Deuteronomy 29. So now let's show and prove. Okay, so this says renewal of the covenant, right? So covenant is a contract. Modern day, this would be a contract. During those times, it's a contract that was sealed with blood, meaning that if you broke it, you were going to die. Blood was going to be shed. So the life and death matter. Okay, so now we're at Deuteronomy chapter 29. Y'all look at verse 29. Chapter 29, verse 1. Okay, now notice what it says here. It says, these are the terms of the covenant. These are the terms of the contract. So do y'all see we're dealing with contract? We're not dealing with religion. Everybody see that? Terms of the contract. These are the terms of the contract that the Most High commanded Moses. See, it's what he told Moses to make with the house of Yasharallah in Moab, in addition to the contract he made with them at Horeb. So this is a restatement or renewal, okay? Verse 2, Moses summoned all of the house of Yasharallah and said to them, your eyes have seen what the Most High did in Egypt to Pharaoh, to all his officials, and to all his land. With your own eyes, you saw those great trials. So this goes back to the Most High's reputation, doesn't it? Right? It goes back to his reputation, not a name, a reputation. See, you witnessed it. It's a memorial, okay? It's legal. It's a legal record of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Those signs and great wonders. Verse 4. But to this day, the Most High has not given you a mind that understands, or eyes that see, or ears that hear. 5. Yet the Most High says, during the 40 years that I led you through the wilderness, your clothes did not wear out, nor did the sandals on your feet. Now let's skip down, okay? Let's skip down to verse 9, okay? Verse 9. Here we go again. Carefully follow. That means to what? Act cautiously in a way that deliberately avoids harm. Harm who? Harming other people. This is the essence of natural law, avoiding harm. Okay, that's the essence of natural law. Carefully follow the terms of this contract so that you may prosper in everything you do. So in other words, if you don't harm anybody, the way you're not going to harm anybody is because you're going to learn the laws that I put in place that govern the universe and that govern human nature. Human nature is natural law, so you have to learn human nature. Okay.
Real quick, brother.
Yes.
When I throw a comment on the screen, it's a comment that you need to answer because these are the requests of the people in the chat. So just something real quick, not to throw you off, and then you could get right back.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see them because I'm on a different screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. What's the point of creating people who can think for themselves and leave them in darkness to fail?
You sitting back on that one. Yeah.
I mean, let's think about it this way. We were given the opportunity to have it all, right? You're choosing, everybody individually is making the decision to either be in the curses or in the blessings, right? You have the option. The Most High is telling you, follow his instructions, right? I mean, at least with us, those of us who are in the contract, it's an option. And I'm going to show you that in Deuteronomy chapter 30. It's your choice. The Most High says, if you decide to return to me. Okay. So, somebody's got to be a winner, because how can you have a loser, right? If there's no darkness, how can you have light? This is, again, a natural law, right? The extremes. Okay. If there's no bad, how can you know good? So it's got to be that way. Okay. So let's go back. I really don't know how to answer that one. Okay. So verse 11. Let me go back to 9. Carefully follow the terms of this contract so that you may prosper in everything you do. All of you are standing today in the presence of the Most High, your power. Notice this: your leaders and chief men, your elders and officials, and all the other men of Yasharallah, together with your children and your wives, and the foreigners who in the camps, who chop your wood and carry your water. See, now we're getting into the contract being formed here. 12, you are standing here in order to enter into a contract or covenant with the Most High, your power, a covenant that the Most High is making with you this day and sealing with an oath to confirm you this day as his people. This is important, that he may be your power. Power means your ability to act, right? That's what power is. As he promised you, and as he swore to your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 14, important. And I am making this covenant with this oath, not only with you, that was Moses and our ancestors, who are standing here with us today in the presence of the Most High, our power, but also those who are not here today. This is us, their offspring. So we're in contract and we don't have a choice. Right? If you are a part of the house of Yasharallah, you either receive the blessings, the tangible extreme gifts, the wealth, or you experience the extreme curses, the punishments. There is no in between. It's one or the other, and it's a contract. Okay, it's a contract. You can call it commerce. Okay, so now let's go. SaNeter, does that show that this is a contract? Do I need to say anything else about that, or?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So thank you. Now I want to show y'all something very important. This is very important for all y'all Christians, y'all good Christians, and Jewish people and Muslims. I want you to see this. 19. When such a person hears the words of this oath and they invoke a blessing on themselves, thinking, I will be safe, even though I persist in going my own way. What is it saying to us? Okay, they heard about the contract and they're saying, you know what? When I was in Christianity, or when I was in this or that organization, the Most High knew me. He did this for me. He did that for me. Okay, so I'm going to keep calling on that deity. Okay, and they think they're going to be all right. Okay, notice what it says here. Let me get the cursor here. It says, they will bring disaster on the watered land as well as the dry. And let me tell you right here, you are standing right before the information that will tell you where the promised land is. Let me continue. If you were wise, you can figure that out on your own. Otherwise, come to class or watch the video. I'll make it public. 20. The Most High will never be willing to forgive them. Y'all see that? The Most High will never be willing to forgive them for calling on these other deities. Why? Because he's given you the key. He's given you the entire universe, and he's willing to show you how the universe works, the law, so that you can use it to get everything you want. But what do these people do? They decide to go and start calling on a deity to try to get benefits from a deity. It's like a slap in the face. Okay, so 20, the Most High will never be willing to forgive them. His wrath and his seal will burn against them. Notice this, all the curses written in this book will fall on them. And the Most High will blot their names out from under the heaven. So here he's telling you exactly what the punishments are going to be. Everything is per contract. There's nothing extra contract, okay? Nothing extra contract. He just said all the curses of the book, he's going to hit you with them, okay? 21, the Most High will single them out from all tribes of the house of Yasharallah for disaster, okay? And the curses are all about disaster, okay? According to all the curses of the contract written in this book of the law, okay? I hope that's clear, everybody in the audience. There's nothing that's new. If you don't keep the covenant, you're going to get the curses. And if you want to know what they are, just read the book of the law, what Moses said. Okay. Now, if we go to these verses here, this helps us to identify the promised land, but I'm going to skip that. Okay. We'll go to 29. 29, it says here, that's the highlighted part. It says that the secret things belong to the Most High. Secret is kind of what? Kind of religious. That's not legal talk, is it? But when we look this up, this word here has a legal, it's actually a legal term. Maybe I'll go back and I'll show it to you, but it's not coming to my mind right now. But the things revealed belong to us. Now, I do remember this one. This one is disclosed in Hebrew. The things disclosed, in other words, the Most High is going to disclose certain information to his people, okay? Some things are reserved for him, but others he discloses to his people. Why? Let's look at why, okay? It says here that we may what? That we may follow all the words of this law. Keep this in mind. He discloses this information so that we can follow his instructions and benefit from natural law. Now, let me show you why that's important. Now, let's talk about the redemption, okay? The redemption, okay? So we're talking legal talk, okay? We're talking legal talk. Okay, so this is Deuteronomy chapter 30. Do y'all see my screen? Deuteronomy chapter 30?
Yes, we got it.
Okay, thank you. It says, when all these blessings and curses I have set before you come on you, so the blessings would have been through what? Solomon's reign, perhaps King David's reign, and the curses. Now we're in the curses now. So when the blessings and the curses that I have set come on you, okay, and you take them to heart, so that means you're going to learn Deuteronomy chapter 28, because that's where the blessings and curses are. Now, there are in other parts of scripture too, but primarily there. So the Most High is saying you're going to come into contact with Deuteronomy 28. You're going to learn about these blessings and the curses wherever you are, right? Wherever the Most High, your power disperses you among the nations, you're going to learn about Deuteronomy chapter 28. Maybe that's why I'm on SaNeter's platform right now. Maybe that's why, because y'all learning about Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 2. And when you and your children return. Now, other translations will say if you decide, you and your children decide to return to the Most High. Okay, if it's a personal decision. Maybe I'll show y'all that. But for right now, if, okay? If, or see, when is really if too, right? When you and your children return to the Most High, your power, and obey him with all your heart. Now, if you look this up, this is just going to say wholehearted, with sincerity, okay? And with all your soul, according to everything I command you today. So in other words, we have to go back and start following the instructions that were given to Moses. Not only us, but we have to teach our children. But how can you teach your children if you don't know? You've got to learn the language, the original language. You've got to learn the grammar, right? You've got to learn etymology so you can go through here and do everything that I'm doing. You develop the skills and the confidence to do this yourself. Teach your children. And here's your big benefit. Verse 3. Here's why you should spend all that effort, time, and money. Verse 3. Then the Most High, your power, will what? Restore your fortunes. Restore your fortunes. Now, what are fortunes? Fortunes are money, right? Land, wealth. Let's look it up so we can see. Fortune. Okay, verse 2. I'm sorry, number 2. And this is something else, right? This is talking about luck and stuff. That's not what he's talking about. Okay, so verse 2. What does it say? A large amount of money or assets. Y'all see that? Similar words or synonyms. Wealth, riches, substance, prosperity, assets, resources, means, estate. Estate. You hear our Moorish brothers always talking about estates, right? The brothers are right. They're right. Treasure, possessions, okay, affluence, prosperity. This is what the Most High is offering us. Don't give up all of this material prosperity, wealth, and influence that you can have right now for some pie in the sky religion where you got to die to have anything. That's not what the Most High is offering us. So I'm hoping that you in the audience can see that right now, today, you can take powerful action to completely transform your financial situation and the quality of your life simply by following natural law. Stated in another way, return to the Most High and follow his instructions. Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
So let me continue here.
Let me ask you a quick question and then you can continue. Does the universe recognize hybrid bringings?
In my opinion, I don't think so. I don't think so. You want to know why?
Why?
Because the sun is killing them. You see what I'm saying? The sun destroyed their DNA. The sun destroyed, they cannot exist in the sun. This is why they're doing the chemtrails now, right? To block out the sun.
Yeah.
So it's my opinion that they cannot exist long-term here. They're going to eventually be, but not only that, actually, when you look at it from a genetics point of view, whenever you have a hybrid being, their genetics break down more rapidly, okay? So this is why you see the hybrids having more genetic illnesses. They don't publicize it, but I know because I'm a doctor. Okay, they have more genetic illnesses. So in order for them to preserve or to strengthen their genetic profile, they got to mix with other people. They got to mix with natural people. You see what I'm saying? Otherwise, they won't be able to reproduce. And when you look around the globe, the so-called, with a hybrid troglodyte nigger, classified white European, they're not having a birth rate to sustain their existence on this earth. Is that a sufficient answer?
Yes, yes, sir.
What's your opinion?
My opinion right now is that we got like 10 more minutes to go, brother. I gotta get out. I gotta get out and take care of some business. Hey, but we can do a part two. I love the way you teach right now. I'm loving this. And we can do a part two. Let the people know where you at so they don't think you just around the corner or just across the water. Let them know where you at, brother.
I live in Saigon. I live in Saigon, Vietnam, the Ho Chi Minh City.
What time is it right now? What time is it right now where you at?
Let me see. 11:50 at night.
Yeah, I see that. That's why I got up early to accommodate this brother, to bring on some information, to bring y'all something real. I spoke with him on the phone a few days ago, and I was like, yo, this brother really got some information. So that's why I got my butt up early to make sure I bring y'all this brother. And we're going to bring more. We're going to bring this brother on more often now. So go ahead, brother.
Okay, thank you. So let me wrap this up, y'all, because this is
yeah, we're gonna do a part two. Just let me know when. We could probably do it tomorrow, continue, or whenever you free.
Okay, cool. So let's go back to verse 3. The Most High will restore your fortunes and have compassion on you and gather you again from all the nations where he scattered you. Verse 4. Even if you have been banished to the most distant parts of the earth, of the heavens, from there the Most High will gather you and bring you back. See, now we're talking about getting our own land. This is where we heard our brothers like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and others talking about we need our own land. They're right. We do need our own land. And the Most High is telling us he's going to give us our own land. Okay. And this is what we need to do, in my opinion. We need to completely detach from hybrids or any other people. We need to become self-sufficient. Okay. All we need to do is follow these natural laws and we can do it. Verse 5, and then I'm going to move on. He will give you the land that belonged to your ancestors and you will take possession of it. He will make you what? More prosperous and more numerous than your ancestors. We're going to be richer than our ancestors. Okay. Richer than our ancestors. And I'm gonna cap it off right now. SaNeter, okay. Verse 11. Now, everybody pay special attention, please, okay? Verse 11. Now, what I'm commanding you or what I'm instructing you today is not too difficult for you or beyond your reach. See, the preachers have said nobody can keep the law. Here you see that that's not true. The Most High is saying that is not too difficult and is not beyond your reach. All you have to do is what? Try, be sincere, do your best. Okay, do your best. 12, it is not up in heaven. This should sound familiar. It is not up in heaven so that you will have to ask, who will ascend into heaven to get it and proclaim it to us? See, we don't need somebody to go up in heaven to do that. Verse 13, I hope y'all are hearing that. Verse 13, nor is it beyond the sea so that you have to ask, who will cross the sea to get it and proclaim it to us that we may obey it? 14, notice, no, the word is very near you. It is in your mouth and it is in your heart so that you may obey it. Now, next time we come together, what I hope to do, if I remember, I will show you exactly the moment where this was put in our heart. So in other words, you don't need a rabbi or teacher. You return to the Most High, just like nobody taught me, right? I've never had any, I never imagined I would be doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. So it's in here. And when you return to the Most High by following his instruction, the natural law, you won't need anybody. And that's for sure. Verse 15, this is the last one. See, I have set before you today life and prosperity. See, life and extreme wealth, Death and destruction, these are your curses, okay, that you're going to be hit with if you refuse to follow natural law, refuse to follow the Most High's instructions. 16, for I command you today, that's through Moses, not through Isaiah, Adam, Abraham, or any other person, the instructions given to Moses, to love the Most High, your power, and to walk in obedience to him, and to keep his commandments, follow his instructions. Then you will live and increase, and the Most High will give you all types of tangible gifts and presents. Okay, that's what he's telling you. So it's very easy, y'all. Very easy. This is our way back to prosperity. And with that, SaNeter, I just want to say thank you for allowing me to come on your show.
Yes. Unshare your screen. What I'm going to allow the people to do, if you are all right with it, I will allow them to ask a couple of questions to call in if you good with it.
Oh, sure.
All right, family. You could call in and ask questions about what he presented. Don't ask no crazy stuff. Let's stay within the realms of his presentation. So let's ask some questions. Throw my number in the screen for me, family. And there it is. It's in there already. Thank you, Brother Reese. It's up on the screen. Y'all see the number. Call it in. Y'all got a chance to damn. Early in the morning. Hey, listen, man. Don't start nothing. Ain't gonna be nothing. Peace and black power to you, brother. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, son, this is Apostle, man.
Good morning, Apostle. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm ecstatic, man. You know why?
Why?
Because you finally got my professor.
I know. That's why I tried to wake you up this morning. I called you.
I called you right back.
Oh, okay.
I called you right back, but you didn't answer, man.
Yeah, but you got to really go under the professor wing, because I don't know if you following his teachings, brother. You're looking bad on these streets, brother. You got to really go into his class, brother.
Go into his class. I've been in his class for over 2.5, 3 years, man.
So how come your teachings are different? How come your teachings are different, brother?
This is I'm not my instructor.
Okay.
This is my instructor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right.
Okay.
I got you.
This is my instructor.
All right.
You understand?
Yes.
Everybody got to have a covering, man.
Yeah.
I don't care how high you are. That's why, right now, he's going to talk to you what he's been talking to you about, the importance of going into the Hebrew.
I don't think you went to hold on. I don't think you went to the beginning of the video, brother, where your instructor agreed with me and said I was right on Jeremiah 8:8, and he broke it down. At first, you agreed with me, and then when Pastor Russ got on, you done flipped the script yesterday.
No. Matter of fact, I'm the one that presented Jeremiah 8:8 to your viewing, man.
That's true.
Nobody talked about Jeremiah 8:8.
That's true.
No one. I brought it to your viewers.
Yeah.
I brought it to you.
Mm-hmm.
To explain. Yes, the book has been. Anytime you see a word like, and my teacher, he's not. He can speak for himself, but he's not necessarily a New Testament student.
Mm-hmm.
But he leaves that to the other people. But you got words in the book like Jesus. You got words in the book like Lord. You got words in the book like Elohim. These words don't belong in the book. It doesn't have to be a genius to tell you these words has been added to the book. And in order to get a proper understanding, you have to go back to the original Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to Garfield last night about the troglodyte nigger. What a troglodyte nigger is. It's a hybrid. I don't think half the time y'all listen to what I say.
Okay.
I don't think half the time you listen to what I say. You need to listen instead of always trying to prepare an argument. Listen to what I say.
Do you have a question?
Because most of what I'm saying, I'm repeating what my teacher teach me.
Right. Do you have a question, brother?
No, I'm just glad that my brother finally got on. I've been wanting him to get on the show for the longest time because people need to hear from this brother.
Yes,
I'm not even going to talk about I'm not even going to talk about the plans we got.
Mm-hmm.
Because you always talking about, well, damn it, the book is written in English. That's all. Well, we're going to change that for people like you.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
We won't do that.
Here's the most powerful question. Did you get his book yet? Did you order his book?
I just bought all his books.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
There you go. You showing support. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Good job, brother. Good job.
I don't mind. I don't mind when somebody is adding to my quality of life. I don't mind showing my appreciation. I show my appreciation to you.
All right. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Hold on.
Call.
Stay there. Peace and black power.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
All right. Peace and black power, family. What's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is D Poetic from New Jersey.
All right. What's going on, my brother?
Okay, peace, brother. I just got 2 simple questions for the brother that you just had on. I just wanted to know, one, if he was able to decipher and read the ancient Hebrew. That's the first question. And number 2, does that involve also the pictographic Hebrew as well? Because we do know as languages morph, they do change as far as definition and meaning as time goes by. So I just wanted to know that.
You hear the question, brother?
Yes. Can I show him?
Talking to me? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Shalom, Apostle. How are you?
I'm good, El. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm gonna show a graphic to answer.
Yeah.
Your mic went out. Uh-oh, he went out. He might have to go back and come back in. You there, Apostle?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he got to go out and come back in.
Yeah, he will explain that. As a matter of fact, his book, 911 Rescue, it has a breakdown of the pictograph and of the Paleo and how it morphed it into the Aramaic and to the Nikud or the Masoretic tongue. He has the breakdown in
SaNeter.
All right, he's back. He's back.
Okay. Go ahead, El. Explain that to him.
Peace, brother. You there? Brother, you there? I can't hear you. We cannot hear you.
Yeah, I'm here.
I hear you now. Come on, you in there.
Okay, so I'm trying to pull this up so the brother can see it inside.
Yeah, we see it. We see it. You got it up.
Okay, that's the wrong one. So this is one of the books I wrote. I'm going to show this to you on Amazon. I'm going to show you exactly the answer to your question. So you see this look inside feature? Now I'm going to show you the pictographs that the brother is talking about. And hold on. Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. I don't know, my browser is not stable. I don't know if y'all having the same problem. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to show you the pictographs. Apostle, can you see that?
Yeah, you had it up there. Okay, there it is, right there now. You're going past it, come back down. Yeah, okay, so that's it, right there.
Apostle, would you please explain this to the caller?
Yeah.
What he's looking at?
Yeah. What we're looking at is the pictograph symbol of an ox head, okay? Of an ox head. Right on the ancient Ibaryath, you'll see a head with 2 horns on either side. It's a circular motion with a head underneath. This represents the ox head, or the first letter of the pictograph, Ah.
Okay, now will you
other side under.
Will you take him through will you take him through the scripts? The scripts address his question. So
I will take him through the whole thing.
Yeah, the ancient Paleo later.
Right. I will take him through the whole thing. Okay, when you see pictograph symbol ox head, it shows the letter AH, which is, it sounds like Ah, meaning ox head, crown, power, leader, strength, chief, yoke, learn, or teach. You go over to the other side on the right, you got the sound that the letter makes, as in ox. You come down to the English letter A, the Paleo. Yeah, I said the sound, ox, as in ox. You come down to the English letter A, which is represented, the Paleo Ibaryath. You see, it's a symbol of an A turned sideways. This is where the pictograph has morphed it about 800 years later. Now it's about the year 3200, opposed to 4000 where the pictograph was created. So you see a change already in our alphabet, and this change can be tracked to not just a change in our alphabet, but into a change of our media, the way we act as a people. As our alphabet begin to change, we ourselves begin to change. And you can notice the morphication as it goes from the Paleo Ibaryath to the late Ibaryath, which is a symbol of an X, like type, where it says late Ibaryath. But underneath there, you see, underneath the ox head, I meant to show that to you. The letter R comes from the Ibaryath word Alapa. Alapa, that is the first word of our alphabet. Alapa. And it means ox, head, crown, power, leader, strength, chief, yoke, learn, teach. It is the letter that represents the Most High, our crown, our chief, our power. Okay? Now, the late Ibaryath looks more like the letter as it totally changed, totally out of character where it started from, showing that this is during the period of our occupation during Persia. And the letter has changed because the Greek influence has came upon into our language, and it has totally transitioned away from where we were when we started. Now you're getting different words, different pronunciations, more with Greek mixed with Hebrew. That's going to lead from here to what we have today is the modern Masoretic, where they have the vowel points.
All right. Thank you, brother. We got to get to some more callers. Appreciate that. My brother is in the chat. Can you read that for us, brother? He's asking you a question.
Can we read what?
Not
okay.
you.
Go ahead.
Okay, it says Proverbs 28:19, he that tilleth the land shall have plenty of bread. KTG, helping black folks fire their body.
Yeah, let's get these questions. Here we go.
Call.
See, entrepreneurship is the way to
Press
go.
1
Most
to
times
send a
it's less
voicemail.
work in your head.
All right. Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yes, sir. This be the
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, brother.
yes.
Yes.
SaNeter.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, this be the Jackson, Alabama. I got a question.
What's the question? We can't really hear you that good on your phone.
Oh, okay. Let me try to turn my volume up.
We hear you good now. Go ahead and talk.
Okay. All right. Here's my question for you and the apostle, if he's still listening. John, it's in the Bible, of course. If you can kind of explain it. John 7:37 and 9. 37 and through 39.
Brother, you got the teacher here, man. Let the teacher, you got to ask the teacher why he's here. The scholars in the building.
Dr. Yasapa doesn't deal with the New Testament. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't need, but it's just, you said I asked a question. I asked a question that I had. I mean, the apostle,
yeah, but remember, I also said ask a question pertaining to what he just dropped, his lecture. So I don't think you was paying attention.
If you read the verse,
ask a question pertaining to that. But you read it and then you ask, and then you know.
Yes, sir.
You got to read it and then tell us.
Okay, John chapter 7, 37 through 39. It reads, On the last and greatest day of the festival, Jesus stood and said in a loud voice, "Let anyone who is thirsty come to me and drink. Whoever believes in me, as scripture has said, rivers of living water will flow from within them." By this he meant the Spirit, whom those who believed in him were later to receive. Up to that time, the Spirit had not been given, since Jesus had not been glorified.
Right.
So how can one?
What's your question?
How can one possess this so-called Spirit when it has not even been quoted in the Bible glorified?
Okay, what he's talking about is the Comforter. What Jesus talking about that he would give in John 16, that when he leave, he will send the Comforter. That's what he's talking about. Jesus, and it was said at the end of the feast, he was having the feast with the disciples. So those that were in his hearing were other Hebrew Israelites. John, Peter, and all the rest of them was in his hearing, not Gentiles. They were not in his hearing. They were at the Passover feast, the Feast of Festivals. So therefore, at the end of that, he stood up. He's still talking about the Comforter that would come after he's glorified, after he left, from after his crucifixion, resurrection, and then ascension. He would send the Comforter to be with us, that would take the place of him in his absence, to continue to teach us and guide us in a manner in which we should go. That's the Holy Spirit. Now, in terms of God's Spirit has always been present on the earth. God's Spirit has always been present with the prophets. God's Spirit was present with Elijah.
May I interrupt, please? Can we keep the conversation?
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
True.
All right, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That's what I was talking about. Let's like when you call in, ask the question on dealing with the topic so we don't get lost and so the people don't be confused. So let's try to keep it where the brother is teaching at. Thank you for the call, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah, that way the people don't get confused and we end up going left. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We dealing with the blessings and the curse. Get rich or die trying, man. Power in the blessings, man. Let's deal with that. All right.
Call.
Right, doctor.
Peace and Black Power family. What's your name and where you calling from?
Flight doctor calling from Chicago.
The flight doctor calling from Chicago. What you got?
Flight doctor. So I have a question. Now, earlier, the brother mentioned Moses and Abraham and accused them of being our ancestors. And my question to the brother is, does he have any evidence, real evidence, that Moses and or Abraham ever lived? And also, does he have any, if he has any evidence that Moses lived or Abraham, that they wrote anything? So those are my questions.
It's up to you, doctor, if you want to answer that, because I'm telling the people, let's get to what the brother was teaching, man. Let's deal with the economics, let's deal with the get rich or die trying, but it's up to you, doctor. Go ahead, man.
Well, what is unique about Kemet is that they built in stone. Okay, that's unique. Anything that's composed of biological material will not last. It will degrade, right? So we are dependent upon writings. That's really all I have to say about it. Can we go to the next caller?
Yes, let's go to the next caller.
Thank you.
That's what's up, man. Thank you, brother. All right. Go ahead. You can talk while we're waiting on the next caller. You can talk.
Oh, okay. So the important thing, I want to show my latest book, if y'all don't mind.
Yes, go ahead. That's good.
Okay. So this is the book that I just finished. This is the Curses book. I just want y'all to see the cover. Okay. So this is the cover This is zionlawschool.org in the products tab. And you can see, I can read Deuteronomy chapter 28, biblical Phoenician Hebrew. This is the writing system. The language is Ibaryath, okay? So Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15 through 29, an etymological and grammatical analysis of each Phoenician Hebrew word in Deuteronomy chapter 28. Now, this is volume 3. Okay, so I'm going to have about 2 or 3 more volumes to do before this is all done. This is a word for word breakdown of every word in Deuteronomy chapter 28, from the etymology to the grammar to the word morphology. And when you go through this, you will learn how to read our ancient language. You'll actually learn how to read it. You'll learn how to translate. You'll learn how to render. You'll learn how to write. You'll learn how to do everything, okay? And if SaNeter wants, I can do like a promotion. I can reduce the price or do some type of coupon. So that if people want to buy, we can, sweeten the pot. Up to y'all, but I'm an educator entrepreneur, right? I'm not a religious teacher. I'm an educated entrepreneur. I don't deal with religion at all. I'm trying to help you escape religion, okay?
There you go.
But these books cost money, time, and great effort. And I want you to come to class, right? I'm going to give you 4 classes free. If you choose to pay, you enroll, right? But you're going to get 4 classes free. And if Apostle's still here, he can speak to how transformational the classes are. So you're going to get much, much more than you spend, okay? And you don't have any risk. There's no risk to you. Come to class. You don't even have to buy a book. You come to class. I'm going to screen share the book. Everything is free. Now, if you see the value in it and your life is changing for the positive, then enroll, right?
There you go.
But if you want to support, buy some of my products. I publish a lot of books, or you can give a donation. But I'm an educator entrepreneur, and I'm trying to get the word out. And I'm grateful for Professor SaNeter to allow me to be here and teach you all about the contract. Okay. How to get.
Okay, family. So that's it for today. You see the is on the screen, Zion Law School. You already see the website and everything. Make sure y'all go ahead and join your YouTube channel. What's the name of your YouTube channel again, brother?
Zion Law School.
Okay.
Zion Law School.
There you go, Zion Law School. I want to say thank you, my brother, Apostle, for calling in. I appreciate you, brother. I forgot you told me that this was your teacher. I remember you saying it, and I forgot. So when you called, I thought you was calling in to probably challenge him or something.
Oh, no. I would never challenge my brother.
Yes.
I'm not interested in getting beaten up.
Right. Okay. Man, that's the first time I heard you say that, man. Wow.
Hey, respect.
Apostle getting beaten up.
Respect is due.
I got you.
Respect to where respect is due, bro.
Hey, let me know, brother.
Hey.
Let me know, Yasapa, when do you think you want to come back while we live so we can let the people know and they can be prepared? When you want to come back for a part 2, brother?
We can go back tomorrow if you like.
Tomorrow, same time, 10 p.m. I will be in the building and my brother Yasapa will be here and we're going to do a part 2 for y'all, all right? Let the family know, let everybody know, and we'll be here tomorrow at 10 p.m. my time in the morning. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Peace and black power, man. Peace.
All right.
Peace.
Shalom. Hotep. All that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right. Peace. We out.
Peace. We out.
Let's go, Yankees. You already know. Let's go, Yankees. Yeah.
If you're conscious and awakened, you heard about SaNeter.
Let me get my mask.
If you're conscious, while you're hating, some of us think too small, just too afraid to fall. If you're conscious and awakened, you know that the studio gets deep.
Get my mask on.
Black news and history in the making.
You already know. Let's go Yankees. Let's go. Get these Yankees ready. Yeah. We ain't playing.
You're now tuned into the best, the House of Consciousness on Black News 102. You can't front, you know you've grew. SaNeter Studio, it's for them that truly know. SaNeter TV too, bringing real talk to me and you.